Welcome to BBC London, I'm Wendy Hurrel. BBC London has learnt of another incident in Ruislip where the high-speed rail link HS2 is drilling tunnels. Last month, liquid was found bubbling from the ground at a rugby club, and before that, a pool of foam in the same place. HS2 insists the site is safe, but are residents reassured after the latest problem? Here's our transport correspondent, Tom Edwards.
At Ruislip Rugby Club, just beyond the pitches, there are now extra fences, monitoring equipment and a small depression in the ground. One area has also been cordoned off with plastic sheeting. This is where a third tunnelling incident happened. Cement, sand and water, grout, was wrongly pumped to the surface from the tunnel below, through a hole that had been drilled by workers to check ground conditions. At the rugby club, there is some worry.
The reality is it does cause further concerns because you've got local residents, rugby club members asking the question. We're obviously now in the press and you know, on TV and the newspapers. They're naturally concerned. What's going on? Is it safe?
This is what happened on March the 20th. Brown liquid bubbled up. HS2 says it was air and water. There was also another incident in February. Residents nearby say they have been reassured, but there are concerns. Are you worried?
Since you mentioned the sinkhole in the rugby hole, it probably is a bit of a concern, to be fair, but I haven't been worried, if I'm honest with you.
We had a good survey around. He spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours with us, going through everything. And he just said any cracks or anything like that, you get in touch with us, and we come back and check it all out again.
HS2 says this ground is challenging as it's sand on clay here. It's now using a different tunnelling fluid which should help. Monitoring equipment is also on nearby tube and rail lines. Environmental campaigners have many concerns about HS2's approach. What was in the liquid on March the 20th, and what has happened to the underground rocks that store water?
What's happened here is a fantastic demonstration of exactly what our worries were at the time, and we're still worried because there's a lot more tunnelling to be done. We're not sure what damage has already been done.
No one from HS2 is available for interview. It has apologised for the grouting error, which it says has now been cleared up, and says the site is safe. Monitoring for movement will continue, and continuous mining will restart, it says, once the new method has been assured. But here, there's still uncertainty and concern. Tom Edwards, BBC London.
The mother of a terminally ill teenager says her son got lost in the hospital system and that may have shortened his life. Hayley Dean from Buckinghamshire says it happened when he was moved from paediatric to adult services. Catherine da Costa reports.
Here we go.
18-year-old Seb Dean has a genetic condition called Mulvihill-Smith syndrome. Seb suffers from a weak immune system, severe learning disabilities and premature ageing. Last year, cancerous growths were removed from his stomach in May and again in October. His family was told he'd need life-saving surgery to remove his stomach completely. But by the time of his operation in February, it was too late.
They said they've had to stop the operation because the cancer has spread all through Seb's stomach lining and it was going up to his esophagus. So they didn't think removing his stomach wouldn't help Seb at all.
Hayley feels they could have had more time together if there hadn't been delays to the second investigation in October during Seb's transition from paediatric to adult services.
If they'd have kept him in paediatrics till they'd have got through all of this, maybe things could have got done sooner. Maybe we would have had a different outcome. I don't know. But I just don't want that to happen to other people with their children.
Oxford University Hospitals Trust says we've been working to improve the transition from children to adult care, especially for our patients with learning disabilities. We're very keen that patients and their families get the help and support they need. A special message from football star Bukayo Saka.
Hello Seb, it's Bukayo here, wishing you all the best. I just want to tell you to stay strong.
Now friends are crowdfunding to help Seb and his family make as many memories as they can together.
Londoners have told us they've been left out of pocket by a solar panel company. Green Energy Together was, until recently, on the Mayor's approved list of solar installation firms. But customers have paid deposits for solar panels that have never been installed. The company has now been stripped of its accreditation. Stand by for some seriously impressive basketball skills now from a player who could have gone pro but instead became a constable for the Metropolitan Police. So now he uses his dazzling dunks and dribbles to engage young people. Joe Wilson went to meet him.
Introducing Constable Kypros Kyriakou. And if you've never seen a police officer like this, well, that's the whole idea.
A lot of the time when you're with young people, they see us as just a uniform, a robot, if you will. So basketball, when I was younger, it wasn't as popular as it is now, so it's starting to get a lot more popular, and the kids love it. They really love it.
Most people usually associate police officers with all crime and everything.
Police aren't always bad, they're good people.
When you see someone like Kip jump that high, it makes basketball look more entertaining.
Kip, as everyone calls him, is a South London schools officer. This is the South Bank University Academy.
We know that policing in London right now is under real scrutiny. We hear a lot about the urgent need to rebuild or build trust. Building trust, essentially that's what's happening on this court right here.
You see good? When I would come into schools, kids would say, "Oh, you're not a police officer," or they would say to me, "Oh, you don't seem like a police officer." So I used to always say, "Well, how is a police officer meant to be?" And just having that rapport and building that trust with them, that they were then able to come and talk to me, ask me questions, educating about the law. 1, 2, 3, hard work. Okay.
Kip used to train with professionals, could have been one. He was recently a guest at the London Lions of the British Basketball League. Nothing commands respect quite like a slam dunk.
Has he inspired you, all of you, to actually dunk?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Because if Kip can dunk,
We can dunk. We can dunk.
He's one officer in one gym. But if PC Kip makes a difference, well, then he's made his point. Joe Wilson, BBC London.
Great skills. Now let's get the weather with Elizabeth Rizzini.
Hello there, good afternoon. Following our very wet March, it's looking fairly promising as we head through the first full week of April, but it will turn a little more unsettled as we head through the middle part of the week, things settling down again as we head into the bank holiday weekend. For today, well, it was a chilly start, but lots of blue sky and sunshine around now. There has been a bit of cloud and there will be some more patchy cloud around this afternoon. Tomorrow, it's more of the same, a cold, frosty start with a lot more sunshine on offer throughout the day. This is this afternoon and there will be some more cloud bubbling up, I think, here and there. Top temperatures of 11 or 12 degrees Celsius. It is feeling pleasantly warm though, now that the sunshine's got a bit more kick to it at this time of year. Always a little cooler out towards eastern areas and down through the Thames estuary with a fairly light easterly wind blowing. Now, as we head through this evening and overnight, there'll be plenty of clear skies around, not too much at all in the way of cloud, and temperatures are likely to drop below freezing, so there will be a frost into the start of the day tomorrow. It's a cold start to the morning, but there'll be a lot of spring sunshine around, plenty of blue skies, maybe a bit of cloud bubbling up again as we head through Tuesday afternoon, but lots of sunshine to enjoy. Certainly a very pretty day of weather across the capital. Temperatures a little higher too, 12 or 13 degrees Celsius for most. As we head through Wednesday, it will start to be a bit cloudier from the west, but it will still be fairly mild. On Thursday, we'll see some outbreaks of rain, but things settle down again towards the Easter bank holiday weekend.
Well, it is lovely to see a bit of brightness. That's it from us now. That you can head to our website for more news and also a great read on whether we've fallen out of love with the word game Wordle. It will be answered in that article. Bye for now. Have a very good afternoon from us all here.